Hello everyone. So I welcome you all to a new session. So today what are we going to discuss? We are going to discuss some MCQs based on important symbols and flags. So you must be thinking that why today I am taking up this topic. Well, you see, since this year you all are appearing for the upcoming CUET, and when you are going to appear in a national level exam, so there are a lot of probable questions which come from some symbols and flags which are associated with your syllabus. Okay, so don't take all these symbols and flags very lightly, because you will, if you even miss one question also, then also you will have the chance of getting out of the competition. So I don't want that, so let's go. So the first question is, the symbol of NATO is represented by a compass encircled by a dark blue field. What does the compass symbolize? So now you see, we have studied about NATO, we have learned about NATO, but I am sure that most of you are not sure what does the NATO symbol look like. So let's see, if this is the NATO symbol, let's say, what does it have? It have a background, then within the background there is actually a circle. Okay, and within the circle what is there? There is a compass. Okay, there is a compass. There is a compass. Okay, and if you look at your book, or if you go to the website, you will see this particular symbol. Now the question is asking, what does the compass symbolize? Okay, what does the compass symbolize? Well, the compass, what does it symbolize? It symbolizes the direction of what? What are the options given? The direction of west, the direction of cooperation, the direction of peace, and the direction of war. Well, the compass represents the direction of peace. Okay, the compass represents the direction of peace. So your correct answer would be number C. So if you look at the NATO symbol, if you go and look in the website, there you will find that the background is actually in the blue color, and then you have a white circle here. So I don't have a white pen here to show you, but the background is blue color, which represents the Atlantic Ocean, and then there is a white circle which represents unity among the members, and the compass represents the direction of peace. Okay, so the most important things you need to remember when you look at the NATO map is, the things you will consider is Atlantic Ocean. Then what are the things you will consider? Then there is a compass which points to the direction of peace. Okay, direction of peace. And then there is a particular circle which represents unity among its members. And then what else? These four directions represents the four directions. Okay, east, west, north, and south. So these are the things you will have to remember when you look at the NATO map. So you got your correct answer. So let's move on to question number 2. The question number 2 is asking, the official symbolism of the ASEAN flag has 4 different colors, which are blue, white, red, and yellow. The color red represents which of the following? Now this is a tricky question. You see, they are not asking about the particular symbol, they are asking about a particular color. So if you look at the map of ASEAN, you will find similarly what you will get, sorry, not map of ASEAN, you will get the symbol or the flag of ASEAN. Then there also you will get a particular circle, and inside the circle there is a color red. Okay, this circle is represented in color red, and the circle here is actually in white color, and I don't have the color here to show you, but still I'll try to show as much as possible. So inside the color there is a color red, and then there are few stalks of paddy. Okay, few stalks of paddy here. So this is the official flag of ASEAN. So the question is asking the color red. Where is the color red? The color red is inside the circle. Okay, the color red represents what? The question is asking, the color red is actually representing the option number B, courage. Okay, the color red here represents courage. So if you look closely at the flag of ASEAN, then there you will find 4 colors, blue, white, red, and yellow. So these haystacks are actually in yellow color. this inside the circle it's red color, this entire circle is actually white color, and the background is in blue color. So the background here is actually blue color. So there you have to remember what does the color represents. The color blue represents what? The color blue represents here peace, and then the color white here represents what? The color white represents unity among members, okay, and then the color red here, as I was telling you, the color red here represents courage, and then these stakes of what? These stalks of paddy, they represent the founding members of the ASEAN, okay, founding members of ASEAN. So who are the founding members of ASEAN? Thailand, Philippines, Singapore, Malaysia and Indonesia. So you have to remember all of these particular things. So I hope this is clear. Let's move on to question number 3. Which of the following logo has 7 doves? Well, the answer is pretty simple here. You have the option SAARC, European Union, ASEAN and United Nations. So I think all of you are familiar with now the ASEAN flag and the United Nations also, I believe you are familiar with. So what is left? You see SAARC and EU. So your correct answer here would be SAARC. What is SAARC? SAARC is South Asian Association of Regional Cooperation, okay. And what is the logo of SAARC? There is a hand, 2 hands on both sides, and inside the 2 hands there are 7 doves, okay. So what does a dove represents? These doves represents the 7 members of what? ASEAN, okay. What are the 7 members of ASEAN? India, sorry, not ASEAN, the 7 members of SAARC. So the 7 members of SAARC are India, Pakistan, then Sri Lanka, Bangladesh, Bhutan, Nepal and Maldives, okay. And then what does the hand represents? The hand represents the unity, okay. So I believe you got your correct answer, that the 7 doves is represented by which of the following logo? It is by SAARC. The next question is, the UN emblem is designed to signify quest for attainment of world peace. The emblem has a world map encircled by which of the following? This is a very simple question, because all of you must be familiar with the UN logo, okay. The UN logo has a world map, isn't it? There is a globe here. There is a globe here, and besides this, what are there? There are few leaves. Okay, now what are these leaves? You have to identify. These leaves are either whether they are asparagus fern, whether they are cast iron leaves or olive branches. So your correct answer would be, I believe all of you know, the correct answer is olive branches. Okay, the correct answer is olive branches. So olive branches here represents peace. Okay, olive branches here represents peace. Peace where? It represents peace in the globe. Okay, in the entire world. So this was a very simple question. Question number 5, the letter O in Sustainable Development Goal is symbolized by a mixture of different set of colors. The color pink is used to symbolize which of the following SDG goal? Now, this may seem a very difficult question, okay. All of you must have come across the particular term called SDG. Now, what is SDG? SDG is Sustainable Development Goal. Okay, in your particular chapter called the environment, there you have specifically studied about SDG and Millennium Development Goals. Okay, these are the particular goals which help us to maintain our environment, in order to maintain our environment and also to maintain the economic development of a particular country. Now, a total, if you see, the question is given the letter O. So if you see the Sustainable Development Goals, the word particular goal, GOALS, the word particular, the letter O here is represented by different colors. Okay, there are pink, there are red, there are yellow, blue, lot of colors here make up the letter O. So the question is asking which of the color pink. Okay, the color pink is representing which of the following particular SDG goal. So this may seem a very tricky question, because we don't come across, we generally don't look into all these kind of particular details. But in this case, because SDG is a very important topic for you, so I think you should need to study this in detail. So the particular color pink color pink is representing which of the particular goal? The color pink is representing goal number what? 7. Goal number 7, which says reduce inequality. Okay, now how many total SDGs have we followed till now? There are 17 SDG goals. Okay, and each particular goal is represented by a particular color. Let's say goal number 1 is no poverty. Okay, no poverty. Now no poverty is goal number 1. It is represented by the color red. Okay, similarly you see, if the goal number 2, if goal number 2 is zero hunger, okay, if goal number 2 is zero hunger, it is represented by the color yellow. So like this, all total 17 different SDG goals are represented by an individual color or shades of colors. Okay, so a lot of people don't actually expect these kind of questions, but since you are going to appear for a national level exam, you have to be prepared for minute details also of a particular topic. So I would suggest, when you go and study all these 17 different goals, you also look at the details of the colors also which are given. Okay, sometimes what they do is they ask all these particular questions based on colors also. Okay, so like this. Similarly, if we see goal number 3, what does goal number 3 says? It says good health. So good health here is goal number 3, and this is particularly represented by the color green. So like this, there are total 17 different goals. Each one is represented by a different color. So you got your answer in this case. The color pink represents goal number goal number 7, which is reduce inequality. So let's move on to question number 6. The EU flag has a total of how many stars? So we have come again to European Union. So if you have studied clearly the European Union, there also in your book also you will get a European Union flag. So in the flag, what is there? There is a blue background, isn't it? There is a blue background, and within that background, what are there? There are total 12 stars. Okay, there are total how many stars? There are total 12 stars. So why there are total 12 stars? Because the number 12 is considered what? The number 12 is considered as the most stable number. Okay, as the most stable and the most disciplined number. That is why there are 12 stars. And the color blue here in the background is representing, the color blue here is representing unity among all the members of the European Union. Okay, so I hope this is clear. Let's move on to question number 7. India's G20 logo is designed to reflect India's pro-planet approach to life. It is represented by which of the following? Now all of you have come across G20 because it is currently held in India. It is hosted by India, and G20 I have already taken an MCQ on G20. So since India is currently hosting the G20, everywhere you go you will find the G20 logo. So if you have noticed, the G20 logo has what? It has a glove, isn't it? It has a globe. Okay, and below the globe, what is there? There is a lotus symbol. Okay, there is a lotus symbol. If you look closely, you will find the lotus symbol. So the G20 logo is designed, it is represented by which of the following? It is represented by planet Earth with a lotus. Now what does a lotus represent? The lotus represents hope in turbulent times. Okay, even if we have difficult times, we sometimes have a lot of hope. So the particular lotus flower, it is representing hope in a difficult times. And if you look closely at the G20 logo, then below the below the flower you will get the particular word, okay, Bharat. Okay, India, Bharat, it is inscribed down below, and below Bharat you will get what? What is written? There is a theme. Okay, sorry, the theme. What is the theme of G20? Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The theme is inscribed, okay, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, which translates to one world, one family and one future, isn't it? One future. So all these kind of details I suggest you have to look forward to, because sometimes since G20 is currently is actually in your current affairs, so what you can expect a lot of questions from here. So from the symbol, all you have to remember is the G20 logo. It has the glove, and below the glove there is a lotus symbol, and below the lotus symbol the word Bharat is inscribed, and at the bottom of the logo there is a theme of G20, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, that is one world, one family and one future. These are the minute details also you have to look forward to. So you got your answer. Your answer is planet Earth with a lotus. Let's move on to the next question. Who among the following designed India's G20 logo? So this one also is in your current affairs, so you have to remember that who designed it is Sudarshan Patnaik. Okay. Now question number 9. The WHO emblem consists of UN symbols surrounded by which of the following? So WHO, what is WHO? WHO stands for World Health Organization, and its logo or its emblem is similar to the UN logo. Okay, this is the glove here, and both sides there are what? Olive branches. This is a UN logo. Okay, and the World Health Organization logo is also similar to it, but there is a minute difference. What difference is there? There is a particular stalk. Okay, there is a stick, and encircling the stick there is what? There is a snake. Okay, here is a snake. So what is your correct answer? The WHO emblem consists of UN symbols surrounded by which of the following? Your answer would be a snake. Now most of you must be wondering why the snake is actually associated with WHO. Okay, so there is a very ancient story. The story goes to a Greek mythology where there was a particular god. His name was Asclepius. Okay, his name was Asclepius, and what god was he? He was the god of medicine. Okay, he used to treat people, and he used to use what? He used to use snakes in order to treat people of some deadly diseases. Okay, so he was a very famous god who used to deal with medicine. His name was Asclepius. So what happened when people used to suffer from a different very dangerous diseases, then Asclepius used to treat them with the help of snakes. So one day what happened? There was a god of underworld. His name was Hades. So what Hades did? He went to Zeus. Okay, Zeus, who was the supreme god. So he went to Zeus and he complained about Asclepius. Okay, he went and said that Asclepius is treating people with the help of snakes and he is not letting people die from diseases. So like this, what is happening? The balance of the earth is not being maintained. So what Zeus did? Zeus, then he came there and then he killed Asclepius with his thunderbolt. Okay, so this is the Greek story. This is the Greek mythology. You don't have to go inside the mythology. This is just for an interesting thing I told you. So what you all have to remember is WHO symbol is the WHO emblem is similar to the United Nations emblem. The only difference is there is a stick which is encircled by a snake. Okay, and this snake has represented medicine because of the story associated with the Greek mythology. Okay. Now, the last question of today's session. The UNESCO emblem is designed in cerulean blue, traditional color of UN organization emblem. It is represented by which of the following ancient, cultural, educational or scientific symbol? Your options are given: Greek temple, Taj Mahal, pyramid or none of the above. So, UNESCO, what do you mean by UNESCO? UNESCO means United Nations Educational, Scientific and Cultural Organization. So, from this particular term, you have to identify which of the following option is particularly speaking about the educational, scientific and cultural organization. So, out of this, who is representing? You can see all the three can be the best competitor in the representation of educational, scientific or cultural thing. But in this case, your correct answer would be Greek temple. Why Greek temple? Because in the ancient times, what happens? In the ancient Greeks, what used to happen is that in the Greek temple they was not only doing prayers, okay, people only did not do prayers. What they did, they also participated in debates. There used to be a lot of scholars like Socrates who would go there, and then they would discuss some philosophical things, okay, some philosophical matters, okay. They used to teach people about the education, about the philosophy related to science, the philosophy related to life, philosophy related to politics, and everything was discussed inside the Greek temple. And since then the Greek temple has been associated with the symbol of educational, scientific and cultural organization. So if you go and look in the website of UNESCO, you will find their emblem. The emblem has a temple in it, and the temple is particularly like the Greek temple only. The only difference is, instead of the pillars you will find the word UNESCO inscribed there, okay. It is similarly represented by a Greek temple. The only difference is there are no pillars, but the pillars are represented by the particular term called UNESCO. So why UNESCO is associated with the Greek temple? Because of the legacy of the philosophers of the Greek times who used to use this temple for philosophical debates, okay. So I hope this is clear. So next time if you go and read your book and if you find particular flags or symbols or anything, so I would suggest you go on and please try to remember the details of the symbols and the flags, because you can expect a lot of probable questions from those flags and symbols also. So I hope you like today's session. And if you have any questions, please ask in the comment section. And if you want to learn more interesting topics, and if you want to learn and practice more questions on the upcoming CUET exam, then I would suggest please comment down below and I will try to make a video on it, okay. So till then, take care and keep preparing. Best of luck. Bye bye.